Pull down into your hands, lift your sternum away from the tailbone, drop your hips down and back. Low back rotation. Take your left shoulder, spin it up towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Use both of your feet. Push your left hip towards the floor. I want you to feel this in the upper right-hand side of your back and the lower left. Stay leaning away from your anchor point. Come back through center and switch sides. Roll your right shoulder up over the left shoulder. Bend your left knee and use both feet to push your right hip towards the floor. You're tractioning your spine. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. One more time per side with breath. Come back to center on the inhale. Left shoulder rolls up on the exhale. Back to center on the inhale. Right shoulder rolls up on the exhale. Back to center, pause. Press into your hands, pull your hips forward. Press into your hands again, rock your body weight for that forward fold position. Sweep yourself all the way up into extended mountain. You pull to rise, take a deep breath in. Forward fold. Exhale, soften behind the knees, push into your hands. Halfway lift, ground down into your hands and lift your upper body to about a 45-degree angle to the floor. I want you to exaggerate this. Imagine a tall fence out in front of you. Pull your chest away from your hips like you're trying to peek up and over that fence. Again, those upper arm bones draw towards the wall behind you. Take one more deep breath in. Forward fold, push into your hands, look down to the floor. Now we're going to move with breath. Extended mountain, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out from the hip bones, lift up to belly button, take a deep breath in. Drop your right arm by your side, revolving crescent lunge. Push your hands away from one another. Really feel this stretch through your shoulders and down your arms. Use your back hand to help pull your hip bones up towards the belly button and sink into your legs. Get stronger in your legs. Slowly bring your right hand up overhead, back to starting position. We're going to flow. Take a deep breath in. Same side, right arm drops. Breathe out, twist. Push those hands away from one another. Both arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Same side you go. Twist and breathe out. Stay low in those legs. Arms back up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Twist, breathe out. You have two more. Inhale. Remember, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, arms up overhead. Sink lower in your legs. Stay down there. Twist and breathe out and hold for 5. Push your hands away from one another. 4, hip bones up to belly button. 3, see what you're looking at. Just look and breathe. 2, arms back up overhead. Press back to your starting position. Take a clear warrior 3. Press into your hands and that one foot on the floor like you're going to lift your whole body up off the ground. 3-legged dog. Bend your upper knee to 90 degrees. Roll your right hip up over your left hip. Flex your upper foot and fan out your toes. Now here you're rotating the hips only, keeping the shoulders square to the floor. Think about a dog and a fire hydrant. If you feel very unstable, separate your hands so you can keep your balance a little better. If you feel any discomfort in your upper body, neck, and shoulders, bend your elbows to 90 degrees. I want you to keep your standing heel anchored to the floor and lean into your hands a little more. Lift your upper knee towards the sky. Take one more deep breath in. Standing figure 4. Press into your hands. Stand up. Sweep your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your upper foot. Press into your hands, shoulders stacked over hips, and take a seat. Drop your hips down and back. I want you to keep your upper foot flexed. Pull your toes towards your shin and work your upper knee towards the floor. Get into that right hip. We're going to flow in and out of this into a hinge, back up to that squat position that we're in right now. So I want you to press your hips towards the wall behind you and reach your hands towards that anchor point. You bring your chest towards your upper shin as much as you can while maintaining your breath. Press into your hands, slowly roll your shoulders up over your hips. Right here, take a deep breath in. Fold, breath out. Keep that standing knee bent like you're squatting the whole time. Only the shoulders move. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll your shoulders up over the hips. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, shoulders up over hips. Stay in that seated position. Exhale, fold, and hold for 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, shoulders away from the ears. 2, big toes touch. Stand up nice and tall. Sweep your arms over to the right. Your hands will remain shoulder width apart. Sweep your arms over to the right and spin. Pick up your back heel, your left heel. You're pivoting on the ball of your left foot. Turn to face away from the anchor point. Press into those hands. Pull the ribs into the belly. Sweep your arms by your hips. Open up the chest. Go nice and slow. Bring your arms back up overhead. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Now push into your hands. Sweep back through center. Both heels anchor to the floor. Switch sides. Sweep your hands over to the left. Pick up your right heel. Pivot on the ball of your right foot until now you're turning to face away from the anchor point as much as your body will allow you to. Slowly sweep your arms, peel your arms wide, bring your hands by your sides. Lift the sternum away from the tailbone. Bring your arms back up overhead, press through your palms, sweep back through center, other side. Just one more time per side. Keep your gaze steady, keep the breath flowing. Sweep your arms back up overhead. Press into your hands, sweep back through center, so it's almost like a golfer's swing, but both hands are moving at the same time. Think about hitting that golf ball. You would pick up that one heel to gain more power through your rotation. Come back to center, pause. Press into your hands, stand all the way up, heel toe your feet together. Standing leg raise, keep breathing. Bring your left hand into both foot cradles, free your right hand. Grab the outside of your right knee with your right hand. You either are holding on to the outside of your right knee with your right hand or hook the big toe of your upper foot with your first 2 fingers and extend your right leg out in front of you. And keep that upper knee soft. Upper arm bones draw to the wall behind you. Hips and shoulders square to that anchor point as you pull your right leg over to the right. Whether you have your knee or toe doesn't matter. Press down into that left hand, lift your chest away from your tailbone. Now, as you draw your right leg over to the right, your whole body's going to want to go with it. So I want you to anti-rotate just a little bit. Pull your left hip back, right shoulder forward. Square your hips and shoulders to that anchor point. Take one more deep breath in. Slowly come back to center. Bend your right knee into your chest. Grab your right ankle with your right hand, TRX tree. Bring your right foot to your inner left thigh. Can you bring that foot a little higher than normal because of how you just opened your hips? If that foot doesn't want to go above the knee, just bring it to the calf below the knee, just not on the knee joint. One hand per foot cradle. Upper knee draws to the wall behind you. Same thing here, hips and shoulders square to the anchor point. We're going to add some fluidity and dynamic movement with the arms. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms face that anchor point. Keep those hands wide. Exhale, back down to starting position. I want you to feel your triceps ignite. Keep the tension in the straps. Inhale, pull back as you reach up. Exhale, back to starting position. You have just 3 more. Standing knee unlocked. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to starting position. Hip bones slide up to belly button. Inhale, arms up overhead. Shoulder blades slide together. Exhale to starting position. Oh, this is it. Last one. Reach up as high as you can go. Take a deep breath in. Hold it in. Both feet on blocks. You can stack the blocks as high as you want them to go, or you can have your hands on the ground. But I want you to press into both of your feet. Front knee stacked over front heel. Squeeze the quadriceps of your back leg and pull the hip bones up towards the belly button. No sagging in that low back. Use your hands, pull the chest away from the hips. For 3, 2, back knee to the ground, extended side angle. Step 1, press your right knee into your right arm. Keep breathing your breath. Take your left hand to your left hip. Now, really important is that you keep pressing your right knee into your right arm. That's what produces the rotation. Left shoulder starts to rotate up over the right shoulder. You can keep your back knee on the ground. Option to lift your back knee off the ground, pivot your back toes in the direction that you're looking. So the arch of your back foot is in the straps. Another option is to reach your upper hand to the sky. Keep pressing that right knee into the right arm. You tuck your bottom hip under, roll the top hip back. Reach high with your upper hand as you breathe in. Squeeze the muscles in your body as you breathe out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, twist. Last one, take a deep breath in. Upper hand to the ground, pivot your back knee to the mat. Half split. Take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Blocks are super handy here as well. You're going to begin to straighten your right leg, sit back towards your left heel. Pull the toes of your right foot up off the floor. Dorsiflexion. Soft bend behind your right knee. And with a flat back, you're going to fold over your front thigh. So really open up the back of your right leg. This is where the blocks come in handy. Bring blocks underneath your hands so that as you hinge, you do not want to round through your spine. Keep that nice flat back. Right hip draws back, left hip forward. Inhale, press the crown of your head towards your right toes. Exhale, fold a little deeper. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the vertebrae. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Slowly walk your hands back out in front of you. One hand to either side of your front foot. Now we're going to add rotation to the runner's lunge. Plant your left hand to the center of your mat or the floor, right underneath your sternum, to the inside of your right foot. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Press into your back foot and lift your back knee up off the ground. You're going to rotate towards your front leg. So peel your right shoulder up over your left shoulder. Again, that bottom hand can be on a block. Back knee can be on the floor. Upper hand can reach to the sky. Both upper arm bones draw towards the wall behind you. For 5, keep pressing into your feet. 4, lower belly pulls into the spine. 3, see if you can look towards your upper hand. 2, upper hand to the ground, back knee to the mat. Stand up, left foot forward. Plant your hands. Don't forget you can put your hands on blocks. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Use your hands here. Take the eyelets of your elbows, the insides of the elbows, and spin them away from your body as a way to separate your collarbones and slide your shoulder blades together. Slide that right knee back. Don't be afraid to put a towel underneath it for cushion. Press into both of your feet. Option to lift that back knee up off the ground. Every single time you inhale, now remember, you're inhaling to your maximal capacity as deep as you can. Every time you inhale, you're lengthening, you're stretching, you're trying to feel that good sensation. And every time you exhale, you're contracting or twisting. It depends on the pose, but that's when you get stronger. It's the ebb and the flow, the rise and the fall, the inhale, the lengthen, the exhale, the contraction. Take one more deep breath in. Slowly bring your back knee to the ground. Extended side angle. Push your left knee into your left arm. Fire up your left inner thigh muscles. Keep that. Bring your right hand to your right hip. And just by you pressing your knee into your arm, it already begins to propel the rotation, right shoulder up and back. You can keep your back knee on the ground or lift that back foot off the floor. Pivot the toes of your back foot to face the direction you're looking. Arch of your back foot is grounding into the straps. Option to reach your right arm to the sky. Left knee stacked over left heel. Every inhale, reach your upper hand to the sky. Every exhale, you twist. Bottom hip under, top hip back. For 5. 4, pull the crown of your head away from the shoulders. 3, you can do this, breathe deeper. 2, upper hand to the ground, pivot your back knee to the floor. Take your left hand to the outside of your left foot, half split. Sit back towards your right heel. Straighten that left leg, pull the ball of your left foot up off the floor. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Option to use props under your hands to help you maintain that flat back. Because here's the deal, if you don't use props and you're rounding through your spine, you'll feel less and you'll get less. But if you can maintain that flat back and then breathe for the inhale and the exhale, you sink deeper the expansion and the contraction, you'll get so much more out of it. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. It's almost, your left leg isn't moving, but it's almost like you're dragging your left heel backwards. Try that. See, I'm actually dragging right now. You can't see it, but I feel it. It's a deeper stretch behind my left leg. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly come back to your starting position, runner's lunge, rotating towards that front leg. Plant your right hand to the ground, to the inside of your front foot. Block is appropriate. Left hand to your left hip. Option to arm straight up to the ceiling. This is it, final effort. Press through your heels, ignite the muscles in your legs. Reach up through your hands, ignite the muscles in your arms. Keep that and roll back one vertebrae at a time. Keep driving through your heels. Keep reaching your hands away from your body. Once you're lying down on the ground, reach your arms to the floor behind you, total body stretch. Press through your heels, lift your hips up off the ground. From your fingertips to your toe tips, squeeze every muscle in your body and lengthen. Feel the muscles in your belly hollow. Take one more deep breath in. Hips down to the ground. Arms by your sides, palms face up. And take a moment, slide your shoulder blades together underneath you. Let your feet fall away from one another in those foot cradles. It's time for Shavasana. Deep rest. Let's let go of that Ujjayi breath together through your nose. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Rest. All mind at the time. In a few moments, we'll conclude our practice together, but for now, this is your time to rejuvenate. The intention of an elevated Shavasana is meant to enhance the sense of relaxation. If your feet in the foot cradles are proving to not be comfortable, you're welcome to bring your feet to the floor. Let your body melt into the ground.